We are following breaking news. Capitol police officers say roughly 300 people have just been arrested during these demonstrations at the U.S. Capitol. This footage coming into CBS News moments ago. Our CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion is there and can help us understand, Nikole, what type of situation has been unfolding there at the Capitol and how do things seem now?
Yeah, well, just to be clear and to put this in perspective, this is something that is occurring in the Cannon House building, which is a little bit away from where we are. We are still here in the Capitol, but the Cannon building is one of several House office buildings that members use. We do understand a short time ago that has been closed down to visitors. And this group is a group of Jewish activists in support of Palestine, as you can hear them chanting and seeing their signs calling for a ceasefire. Of course, this comes at a moment of really high tensions in the region, particularly after that strike on a hospital in Gaza just yesterday. This was a demonstration that started on the National Mall and eventually made its way here to the Capitol with, as you can see, dozens, if not hundreds, of demonstrators who made it inside the rotunda of the Cannon office building. At this point, we understand there have been about 300 arrests, according to a law enforcement official, but this, of course, is still a developing situation.
And it's important for viewers to know, Nikole, as you've spelled out, that this demonstration was initially outside on the National Mall, going up Independence Avenue. It seems to have now ended there where, as you mentioned, the footage we're seeing from the Cannon House building. It appears, just from looking at some of the images online, that even members of Congress, some liberal members of Congress, addressed this crowd earlier in saying that they are on the right side of history. It does speak to the kind of emotional climate around the war between Hamas and Israel and how it's spilling over here in the U.S. in the Capitol. But it's not unusual at the same time to also see various groups with various interests protesting peacefully in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's right. And there have been many instances where we have seen demonstrators not only come to some of these House office buildings like what you're seeing in Cannon, but also even on the Senate side. And similarly, depending on the nature of that protest or act of civil disobedience, in many cases there have sometimes been arrests. But I would note, to your point about this coming at a very emotional time, really not just around the world, but as we have previously been discussing on this program as well, this also happening in the midst of this speaker fight here at the Capitol. Now, right now, the House is not in session. They're on recess as they try to figure out a path forward on a speaker. But of course, tensions remain very high over that as well. Most members have kind of gone their separate ways here. So this all unfolding in the midst of the potential election of a House Speaker. But just worth noting, because members are, many of them have offices there in the Cannon House office building and might have been making their way back to their offices or leaving their offices. But obviously, this has kind of upended things as far as potential members' plans, which is why we saw that advisory go out to really trying to get this situation under control by trying to close down the Cannon office building to outside visitors and traffic.
Yeah, and we should be clear that as far as early reports from Capitol Police, they're reporting a number of arrests. There are no reports of violence or unrest. And from the footage that we're watching, there appear to be police or security officials kind of standing by and around this group, allowing them to continue their demonstration. Give us a better sense of how police are responding to this on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, well, we know, again, that the alerts have kind of gone out here at the Capitol, again, particularly just notifying members that there is a civil disobedience or acts of civil disobedience underway. And again, just kind of encouraging visitors not to come here to the Capitol and not to come to the Cannon office building. In terms of some of the organizers behind this protest, what they say is that they believe that in their words, the Israeli government is on the brink of genocide against Palestinians. And so in their call to protest, they say this is all out to protest Congress and the White House this week. They say it's never been more important for Jews and all people in the United States to rise up with all that we have, the way that many of us would have wanted others to rise up for our ancestors. So just giving you kind of a little bit of sense of why these crowds potentially may be so large in terms of the message that they were using to try to galvanize support. And again, this group, our understanding is that they are part of the Jewish Voice for Peace, which again, a group of Jewish activists in support of Palestine.
Interesting, and there have been today and in the past day some pro-Palestinian demonstrations in places like Amman, Jordan, in the Middle East and internationally in the wake of the hundreds of deaths at the hospital in Gaza City. And so certainly you'd see liberal groups in the U.S. Demonstrate as well. Nikole Killion, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed on what's taking place in D.C. right now.